Alright, summoners. So, this is going to be a quick showcase of Bleach, Brave Souls. So, I am known in my group of friends as a mobile gamer, which is fine. They make fun of me for it, but it's all good fun, I think. I don't think that they mean anything, but hopefully. But yeah, this is the game I play whenever I say I'm playing mobile games usually. I don't have that much stuff because I take breaks from this game quite often. The easiest place to show you would be the album, actually. So basically, I play this game until I don't feel like it anymore, and then I stop for a bit. So that consists of is basically I'll play during the anniversaries, and then I'll play for like 3 or 4 months after that, and then I'll stop playing for about 6 or 7 months, and then I'll come back again, and the cycle repeats itself. So you could tell when I took a break was this banner, the last Can't Fear Your Own World, or Thousand Year Blood War banner. Sorry, right before Machine Society. I think I rolled on the Machine Society banner, which is the one right here with Okiora, Toshiro, and Izuru. This was the last one I rolled on before I stopped playing for a bit, and then I came back during this anniversary. Um, Managed to get Byakuya, but not the new Ichigo, which I'm fine with. A lot of people really like the Ichigo. I'm just not a fan of the mullet boy, and I don't like his design that much, really, personally. But yeah, this game has evolved a ton from when I first started playing, which was back. See if I can find when the new characters were coming out that I liked. Um, so this Toshiro was new when I started playing. So that's about when I started playing. Was when he was released. Him and Blue Kenpachi. I remember, yeah. So this is around when I started playing. I just actually recently got this Ichigo. There's a long time that I played without getting much of any of these characters. I think my best character for a long time was actually this white Ichigo. He used to carry me. He is unfortunately pretty useless now. But yeah, like I said, this game has evolved a lot since I first started playing. Um, Characters, it's actually pretty. It's a pretty fluid game, surprisingly, for the fact that it's a mobile game. Show you by going to. We'll go to just inheritance zone, which is like it's part of the difficult quest. It's like one of the harder things you can do, but it's not hard. There's actually epic raids and stuff too, in co-op that you can do. Um, I don't usually do epic raids, just because I just don't find the multiplayer that fun because it's usually pretty laggy. We'll do a 5 ticket run. I don't think there's a character yet that increases link slots. Link slots I'll talk about in a bit, but this is how you get the potions for them. So I'll show you what the characters look like, and then I'll go and do another quest and show you what the old characters look like. So this is on the computer. I don't usually play on the computer. The mouse and keyboard specifically. Alright, so this is the new one of the newest characters I have. This is actually the newer character. So as you see, the way it works, you can do that, or you can just use the arrow keys. But this is the way you use it on the phone. You use one finger move around and the other one to hit these buttons, but these are all bound on the keyboard. So, as you can see, I'm pretty much one-shotting most things and not taking like any damage. That's basically what this game has become. It used to be a pretty slow game, but nowadays it has evolved into what it is now. As you can see, this character is extremely strong, specifically because of that vortex and his passive of sharpshooter. So yeah, there's an auto function specifically for this reason, because obviously my characters are so strong that I know I'm going to be able to complete it. So why would I have to sit there and play it every time I need to complete it? Is, I think, the mentality there. Pretty much if you can't auto run, it's not really that viable, except for in co-op, because you usually don't want to auto the harder things in co-op because there's instant kill mechanics. But like I said, co-op is laggy, so it's not very fun in my opinion. Maybe Epic Rage is different. I haven't played it that often, and it's been a while since I did. But yeah, this is basically the game. Your goal is to get your character as strong as possible, to where they can do stuff like this for you, and make your other character stronger. So as I've been getting link slots, or link slot potions, that was a special, I should have let it play out. But as you get link slot potions, you can use them on other characters, so that makes them stronger. So as you can see, I got 3 there. This is a 5-ticket run. I have the subscription, so I get an extra ticket basically every time I do a 5-ticket run. Now we'll go into what link slots are, I guess. The link slots, as you can see, this character's color is different on his number. Well, that's because he's link slotted. Link slots do. He's max link slotted, I should say, which is 10, 10, 10. So as you can see, these are the links. You use other characters as links. That's why summoning in this game is good. And as this rolls over again, you'll see this right here. This is the links. So what we can do is we can go into here actually and just look at it. So this is the bonus stats I get from having this character link slotted and these characters on him. So he gets a percentage of their spiritual pressure, which is ability power, focus, which is crit chance, and once your crit chance is max, it's crit damage. Defense, which is what it sounds like. Attack, which is normal attack damage from your basic attack, and stamina, which is health. So at level 10, it gives you 20% of the character's stats right there. Focus cannot be you can't get focus from links. So like there's this character. I did not mean to do that. Whoops. Attack damage. So like this character right here, this Ichigo, as you can see, gives me a pretty decent amount. So he gives me that. Those are the stats he gives me. The character has to be maxed out to where they're at least green. They could be level 150 plus, as long as you have all their skills unlocked. But there's a way to, once they get to 150% of their skill tree, you can break that even further and go up to 200%, which will increase the stats gain. So as you can see, this would give me more stats, barely, but the link is 20 strong attack damage instead of strong attack recharge time. And strong attack recharge time is just what it sounds like. It reduces the cooldown on your strong attacks. There's also an accessory system in which spiritual pressure is your ability power. Focus is your crit chance, like I said. Then there's attack. And there are certain things that you want to happen. Like these are the best accessories in the game right here. But obviously I don't want to put something that reduces my spiritual pressure to 0 on a character that does special attack damage as its main source. Um, I don't have any of the newer accessories because, like I said, I take breaks. So when those were coming out, I wasn't playing at the time. You can see these characters have pink stars. These ones have yellow. That's because these characters are old. And what they do with the old characters is they slowly resurrect them and give them different things. So as you can see, his soul trait now is strong attack damage plus 25%, strong attack recharge time plus 10%, or minus 10%. He used to just have the top one, but they recognized that the character is out of date and pretty much unusable. So they did things to make him usable in some sense. So while he may not be the best character to play, he's better to play now because they changed some of the collision on his attacks and the attack types. Like I believe specifically that Ichigo's second strong attack used to be melee, and he's a ranged character. And there's a thing called guard in this game, so you have to break range guard with ranged attacks in order to do full damage to some units. So having a melee attack means he could not break ranged guard with that attack, which sucked. And as you can see, this one, 14 strong attack, which enhance recharge recharge link. But she was also old, so they made her viable again as a link by giving her reduced freeze time, or reduced freeze duration by 55%. So you would already use her because she was an enhanced link, but now she's even better because, as you can see, this Kisuke is also the same. He's a 14% reduction link, and this one is just better now because of that. There's also other systems in this game which weren't around when the game started, which is special move levels. So dupes were a huge problem in this game for a long time. You get a duplicate of a character, and it pretty much didn't do much other than upgrade the damage that your special did. That's great. However, if you're a normal attack damage character, that doesn't really help you that much. And it was years and years before they changed it, and what they did was they added this. The special move things right here. So as you can see, we'll just do this on the new character. They don't have any things on. Who would I not have any on? Have some on him. Her. Guess I just got her. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. So if I go here, you see I only have her. I've only gotten her once, so I had no duplicates. You can also use special move sources, but that's a heated point in the Brave Souls community. What you do is you click on this, and you see I could choose from these stats. Now, if you remember, I said the focus cannot be given through links. So this character is a special power, or a spiritual pressure character. So if I was to use her as a link or as a character, I would use spiritual pressure. That's just the way this character works. And then if I was going to use her as a link, I would go stamina if I got a second version of her, or defense or attack depending on what I wanted. I would not go focus unless I was using the character itself instead of as a link, because we cannot transfer that. So that's what they did with the duplicate system. And as you can see, at level 1, we'll give her the SP. It gives her plus 50 spiritual pressure. Now she went up plus 50. She was a 506. Now she's a 556. So when we increase this, if you have the materials, you can give it plus 500. That's another thing they did that helps old characters. So now she can go from 556 to 1006 when she's maxed out. So that makes her extremely powerful. Now her attacks are still going to be worse because as they continue to make new characters, they smooth out the process and made the attacks better. I'll make a team real quick right here. I think there's an empty team. Bring this guy in there just to show you something. So let's bring in old character. Let's bring in someone that I actually have Okay, let's bring in. Oh, that OPR is actually still playable. So he's still playable, but he's still good showcase, I think. All right, so let's bring in that character, and let's bring in a newer character. Who are we gonna bring in? Let's bring in uh this new Uryu. So it doesn't matter if I have accessories on them or not, because what we're gonna do doesn't matter. As you can see, I haven't even bothered to give him his transcendence points at all, because he's just not really a character I use, and there's no point in using him as a link until I finish resurrecting him, and he'll have normal attack damage as his second part of his soul trait. So let's go into another quest. I'll show you some more. We can just do something easy, I guess. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter where we go, I guess. Okay. So we're gonna use this team. There are also these that you can do when playing in PvE. Used to be able to do this in PvE, but they took it out. You can spend coins, which is 300. I have 51 million, which is not a lot. You can give yourself 10% attack, stamina, defense, and focus. You can give yourself all of them to make the runs just easier. Usually it's worth it, unless you're doing something that's this easy. So, we'll go in. And I'll show you what I mean by some of the characters are statistically more viable now, but may not be actually more viable. So this is this character, this is Ulquiorra. When he first came out, he was extremely strong. That's his normal attack. His normal attack is actually pretty good. Here's his first strong attack. You see it's that weird long beam, which is actually not bad. Here's his second strong attack. Dash forward. And then his third strong attack is a pretty big AoE. It's not quite full screen. So, this character is still playable to this day. And that's because his attacks aren't terrible. A lot of the older characters, you would hit their, you see that long startup, you would do that, and then they would do a slow attack as well. But if you switch to a newer character, you see, instantly. And then a full screen attack. So, there's also characters that have these moving vortexes, well, crawling vortexes is what they're called now. But there's like a homing vortex. You see, that's basically the same thing as this Ulquiorra's, except it's just thicker. And it's a lot easier to hit. Now, this character, however, is uniquely hated for one reason. Because he's supposed to be one of the strongest characters in the manga/anime. And what they did for him is they gave him a charge attack. Now, charge attacks are fine, you see. I hold it for that long, and it's stronger. That's normally where it ends. But on this character, they decided to do something really controversial. And he does the full incantation of the Kido. Of the Hado, sorry. As you see now, there's a second stage. There's normally not a second stage. However, you also probably noticed that took 30 seconds to do. Strong, it's very strong, but DPS wise, it's not really worth the amount of time spent. So, he's a very controversial character. We'll just auto the rest of this. This Uryu is new. His thing is all the Quincy's/Stern Ritters had special powers. His was A, which is antithesis, which anytime he gets hit by a status ailment, which there are burn, poison, weaken, freeze, paralyze, lacerate, there are a ton of them now. He reflects that back to whoever inflicts it on him and heals himself. So he can, if there's a lot of people that inflict status ailments, he can be invincible. You can see his special attack right here. I shouldn't have done that. Whoops. Okay, cool. Special attack is a heal. That's what this means. That's what this symbol means. If you see this one, it's not a heal. It just does damage, is what that means. This is weaken. That's why this has that symbol on there. So this Uryu does damage and heals. So this is a full heal. So there you go. The full screen attack that does massive damage. And this particular character heals himself as well. So that's that. I'll do one more later, but let me throw a character in there now so I remember that's actually garbage. So you can see the difference. You can also see I have 5-star characters. And I have 6-star characters. What's the difference? We'll use him as an example. We max him out right now. He gets all these stats for maxing out his skill tree. And you can put 2 more character links on him, and it increases his soul trait to 12%. Now, if we look at the difference between that, the maximum level for a 5-star, by the way, is 100. So that's one factor. And then we go to 6 stars. Let me find them again because I have him at 6-star. Here he is. You see his maximum level is 200 now. He has 14% strong attack reduction. And he has these. He has soul traits. And one of them is the strong attack reduction. So what do these do? Increase number of flash steps. So he gets an extra flash step compared to his 5-star version. As well as all the bonus stats. Increase special move damage. Frenzy. So this makes your strong attacks hit twice instead of once per hit. So 6-star units is what basically makes them strong and leveling them up. So depending on what things they have, like this guy is Frenzy, Debilitator, Sprinter, he's actually still a pretty good unit. You can see he has paralysis, freeze, paralysis. So this character's pretty good. He has Debilitator plus 5 seconds, which increases how long the person's going to be frozen or paralyzed for by 5 seconds. Very good. Now the 5-star version doesn't have any of that. So the way you increase their level is you evolve them. I don't have them. Oh, I do have materials. Unfortunate. So as you can see, 5-star to 6-star, he goes back to level 1, but he gains the ability to be re-leveled up to 150, and to be able to get all of those skills. We can use this guy as an example. I don't think I have enough for this though. Oh, I do. So he's been redone. This is the minimum required to get him to level 150 for orbs, which I'll explain in a minute. But I can still go through and level up his stuff, so I can give him an extra flash step. And then the one below that gives him devastation. You can also use, and you can see it uses materials to do that, which it requires me to do this raid to get that character to spend on him. So this is the materials that would cost me to level him up. 2 of each of those, which is actually really low compared to what characters normally need, which isn't a lot these days. Or you can use skill keys. I don't have many skill keys because I don't play that often to get them. So yeah, that's what 6-star unit does. Let's throw an old unit on. We'll throw this Rahime on. Okay. There's also these units right here called Frenzy units. Now, I believe it's Frenzy Byakuya that I have. I guess not. Because he wouldn't be level 150. He'd be level 200, yeah. Okay, so it's the Frenzy Yoruichi that I have done. We go here. You can see this Yoruichi is level 200. Her soul trait is um, strong attack damage and strong attack recharge time. So she gets 1% less strong attack recharge time than the normal links, but she also adds 16% strong attack damage. That's what a frenzy unit does. They are all about their soul trait. Their stats are garbage. They don't really do anything. Their soul traits are just trash. They don't do damage really. All they're there for is their link. You level them up by getting their specific character crystals. And as you can see, I have this one transcended with the 3-star spiritual pressure link. Now, she would normally have 625 spiritual pressure, which is not very good for a link because you get 20% of that. So what I did was I used all my tickets, got her maxed out, and then you can use duplicates of her to roll your third slot. You can get all the same stats you can get right here, except you can also get you can get them to their maximum level again, like basically in addition to having them at their maximum level. So I could still bring this one to 500. She would have 1600 XP, and then she'd be able to use that as the link, and the person who's using her would get 20% of that. So that's that. Accessories, I guess, are the next thing I'll go into. Accessories have their own summoning pool, which is kind of, it's something to do, I guess. Like, you don't need all the characters. Like, I can get by with all the characters I have in the game right now for probably 2 or 3 years, right? A lot of these characters I have are good, if not broken, at what they do right now. Like, this is probably the most broken character in the game. What he does is he has a boost, which increases his damage. He has a transformation, which increases his damage and resets his strong attacks. He has enhancer, which increases the duration of his boost. He has guard break, which is what I was talking about earlier. Range unit, or some monsters and enemies in this game take reduced damage against certain attacks. So they'll take reduced damage against ranged attacks. Now, because he has guard break, he just hits right through that, and every enemy always takes full damage from him. This character is extremely strong. He has 823 attack and flurry. Flurry is the same thing as frenzy, except for normal attack. Every normal attack he does, which pierces and hits in an AoE, will deal 2 hits to everyone. So, go back to accessories. Golden accessories are the things that people really want. They're specifically wanting the golden chappy. So this SP reduced to 0, all of their stats increase by 18%. This doubles when used on a character that is the same color. So we'll Yororichi, who has one. She is, I don't have max rolls on everything here. Because like I keep saying, I just take breaks and I don't get the materials necessary to do all this. So she gets plus 36% to all of her stats. As you can see, I have her max transcended. Well, not max transcended. I have her transcended with a maximum attack and the maximum attack roll. So she gets plus 1000 attack. So if we go into accessories, you see my accessories give her plus 2000 attack because I get 50% from this. You could get up to 60%. You can get 30% on the bonus attack, or the bonus thing on the bottom there. 30% to all of her stats, but you can only use one of these at a time. Right? So I couldn't put another 5-star Chappie on this character because I already have one equipped. I don't know if I even have any. Or, no, okay. So normal Chappies, I can only have one of these on her. The fact that I have a golden Chappie makes it different than the other one because it gives 6% more stats. So now I can put it on and I'll have plus 66% to all of my stats. As you can see, that is extremely strong. Now, you sacrifice spiritual pressure, but this character is a normal attack damage character, so that doesn't really matter. Um, yeah, so you can see why that is so broken, probably. You're just getting 66% of all your stats, not even including the attack bonus that you get, or stamina, whatever you end up going for. So yeah, this character, or these accessories, are extremely broken, the chappies. Now there are also other golden accessories that you saw, like the Yuki dispenser. If we go to my SP character, Byakuya, you can see I have this accessory, which I could get one that has 30% bonus spiritual pressure on there too. It would reduce my stamina by 30%, increase my spiritual pressure and focus each by 30%, and then I could have it also increase my spiritual pressure again by 30%. Now, as you can see, there's the Yuki. The Yuki just increases the SP and stamina by 30% when you put it on. You're saying, wow, that seems pretty good. Because then I could put that on him, and then put the normal Yuki on him. And look, he has 990 health, 900 spiritual pressure. Problem is, now he cannot crit. And critting in this game, as it is in most games, is extremely strong. You don't want to not be able to crit, so these are just pretty much useless. You can use them, you're just sacrificing a lot of damage for a little bit of health. You see my health only went up by 400, my SP went up by a little bit, and the difference is I only get 20% SP and stamina, not 20% to all my other stats, like with the Chappie, and 30% with the golden one. So these are just severely bad, pretty much. So you don't really want to use golden non-Chappies. Actually, yeah. We'll put this back on him. So as you can see, this character is like earlier. The link slots 10, 10, 10. My Yoruichi isn't finished because you need to run those things, those inheritance zones to get more link slots. There are characters in this game that have soul traits, which is the 6-star bonuses they get. Like this one. She gets a soul trait that is technique, link slot potions plus 5 and inheritance. So for every ticket I spend, I will guarantee you get plus 5 technique link slot potions. So she's a power character. This is different colors. Red is power, blue is speed, green is technique, purple is heart, orange is mind. So I can run my red team for inheritance zone, and I will get the minimum I could get would be 1 on each run, I believe, plus the 5. So it's 6 times 6 is 36, and then I would have minimum of 36 potions per run. Whereas if I run a team that doesn't have that, which is my blue team, I would have a minimum of 6 potions. If you get a minimum of 1, I don't know what the minimum is. So yeah, so that character is very strong. They recently released this character, which is the same thing, but he drops mind potions or heart potions. So as you can see, red beats green, so that's why you use red characters in the green raid. So you get green link potions, and so on and so forth. So blue would beat red, so you would get red ones from a blue one if there was a character that did that. Now I wasn't playing when they released 2 of the other ones, unfortunately, so I don't have the green one or the purple one, but they exist. It would be cool to get those at some point. They just speed up the farming process by a lot. Now, in general, this game is all about what you could do, the fastest you can do it, and summoning characters and accessories, basically. So, I've summoned on all these banners except for this one, because I already have her maximum 5 out of 5. There's no need to get her anymore. So you could do single summons, which is whatever the rate is. So on this one, 6% banner. On this, it's still 6%, but you get guaranteed if you do multis on steps 5 and 10. As you can see, I've done up to step 12, which means that I could do 3 more and get another one. But I have a lot of the characters on this now. I was going specifically for one character and I didn't get him, which kind of is not very smart to do. I was going for this character, Oetsu, and I didn't get him. These are all the characters that could be on this banner. I have this character. It'll be easier to show you this way, actually. So, yeah, these are the characters in this pool. This is... I have this character, this character, this character, this character, this character, and this character. So I'm missing... So out of all of them, I have Ichibei, I have Orihime, I have Toshiro, Ichigo, Tsukishima, and Mashiro. The one I really wanted was Oetsu. I did not get him. I did manage to get Hachigen, so I do have him now, so that's fine. And I did not manage to get anyone else. Well, I managed to get dupes of Ichibei and Orihime, which, as I showed you earlier, the dupe system, I could turn those into Transcendence. But there's not really a need for me to do that. So as characters come out, the chances to get them are 6%. Usually. Sometimes they have increased, sometimes. I think the 6% is like the minimum nowadays. I don't remember what it used to be. I think maybe it was always 6%. So every banner has specific characters. You see a lot of the same characters as what are called filler characters. So these are the main 3 characters of this banner. Stark, Tyloporo, and Aranero. And then the rest of these are filler characters. So this Koga is actually pretty good. He's a pretty common filler character. So is this Jackie and this Toshiro. And then there are 3 seasonal units down here, which you used to only be able to get during their seasonal events. Which this one, as you can probably see, is Christmas. This is from like 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah. So there's the Christmas Ruruka, and starts with the U. I can't think of her name right now. I want to say Uryu, but that's the guy with the glasses. Ururu. That's why I want to say Uryu. Okay. So yeah, that's the summoning for characters, basically. There's a new banner coming out soon that is what I should have been saving for, but I spent about 1,200 orbs last night on trying to get Oetsu. I didn't get him. Which is a problem. This game is definitely rough when it comes to stuff like gambling, because it is very gambling heavy. I also have very, very low self-control, if any at all. So yeah, saving is hard for me. These are new characters that are coming out. And these ones are coming out in basically 2 days. I couldn't wait 2 days, basically, is what it comes down to. I couldn't save my orbs for 2 days to get these characters. Which is fine. It's what I expect for myself at this point. There's also the accessory summons, which, as you see, chance for the Golden Chappie, Golden Yuki, and Golden Pupples. The Golden Pupples is the same thing as the Yuki, except it's 30% and with attack and stamina instead of SP and stamina. So it's still not good because it reduces your focus to 0. Now these are the newer ones. So every unit has its own classifications: Soul Reaper, Arankar, Human, Quincy, stuff like that. So that's their way. Well, this is their way of making it so you have to spend more money on their shit, or alternatively, farm more tickets. Like, as you can see, I have tickets. I don't have hardly any because I just used all mine. But you can do this. You can summon premium tickets, which are usually complete garbage, as you can see. Usually, I say, but that's where I got 3 of my golden accessories from out of my 6. So, hey, it is what it is. RNG is RNG. And then there's also these ones. These ones, are probably the best way to get golden accessories. You don't usually do them in batches of 2. You do them in batches of 10. But it's whatever. I don't care. Or you could spend money on these. So, this is for technique only. So if I spent money on this, or spent orbs on this, I would get, and I got the, what is it, 1% chance, I think, for golden accessories. I think it's 1%. Sorry. So, per accessory is 3%. Oh, that's for that. 1% per 5-star per accessory is 0.0167. So if I was to go in here and say, I want a golden chappy for my technique character, and I spent orbs on this, I would have a 0.167% chance, I believe that's what the number was, I don't remember, of getting specifically this. Per every time I hit this button right here. So they added this to the list of those 5-star accessories. So now, not only can I get these, I can also get these, I believe, are also 5-star accessories. So every time you see a 5-star, it used to be, oh, I got a golden accessory. Now you can also get these things, which you need one of each for their specific color and for their specific faction, which I think is pretty fucking lame for people who don't spend money on this game. Now there are ways that you can get the tickets, because I obviously just used some, and I said I used all mine before. Those are events. You do the events. This happens a lot. You could do the events and get characters. Well, not characters. You can do the events and, well, yeah, characters, I guess, and get tickets. So as you can see here, these are the rewards that you get. So you get, at the very beginning, first 250 points you get a ticket. These tickets are to summon characters, the Brave Soul summon tickets. And then there's Brave Soul accessory tickets. You can get them this way. The other way you can get them is through the lottery. So as you can see, I could get Brave Soul accessory tickets from this lottery, as well as summon tickets and premium accessory tickets. Now, those are that's probably the best way if you're not spending money. Well, it's pretty much the only way if you're not spending money on this game to actually get golden accessories. So in all my time of playing, which I have like 400 login days or something, but I've been playing this game since 2nd anniversary, and it's now on its 5th, so for 3 years. Obviously on and off, but yeah, I've gotten 6 golden accessories. I don't really spend orbs on the accessory banner because orbs are for characters in this game if you're free to play, pretty much. You just don't want to go for a 1% chance and waste your orbs, because I can show you why. Orbs in this game are expensive. It's $1 for 6. So a multi by default costs 250 orbs at its base level. So usually they're discounted for certain steps. So in this game, a multi, which is 10 pulls, which gives you 60% chance of pulling a character, if it's a 6% banner, is $40. So $40 per chance per 10 pull to get a character. Now, that is complete dog shit. The people who pay for this are supporting the game in ways that I never will, probably. Just because that is extreme. Maybe it wouldn't seem that way coming from other... If this was the first gacha game I played. But I come from other games where even Fate Grand Order has better rates than that. Which is saying... Well, not rates, but prices than that. Which is saying something. That game is really, really money hungry. Now, there's this. Another way to buy stuff. I do buy some things from this game. That's not to say I don't spend money. I've bought in character packs before, which gives you $23 for 150 orbs plus a character. So this character is new to me. If I purchase this, I'll get the 166 orbs. I'll get the character, which when you max out a character, from 5-star you get 50 orbs. For 6-star you get 75 orbs. Now, that's 125 orbs per character that's new. So I would have enough for a multi if I got this, because this character is new. However, this character is a decent link. Same with this character, but I already have them. So there's an argument to be made for buying this character just because they're good characters and their links are good. So either you want to transcend one to get the bonus stats, or you want to just have another one for another character. So you would get 166 orbs for $25 or $24. There's also this. There's the beginner's tickets. These things are insanely valuable. I don't know if I'm blinded by the fact that everything else costs so much, but you get to choose what character you want out of all of the characters that are in here. So there's 3 of each color that you get to choose from. Well, 4 of each color by the looks of it, actually. Yeah, there's 4 of each color that you get to choose from. Pretty much everyone in here is decent, at the very least. Some of them are just, like, still good. Like, this Chad is still good. Because he's a booster, and he has Flurry and Poise. So normal attack damage characters will pretty much always be valuable if they have Flurry and Poise, because the way chappies work, basically. This Kenpachi is insane. He's probably the best one you can get out of here, in my opinion. And then, like, this character, I don't have this character. I have every other character in here except for Loopy and him. Yeah, okay. So this is, like, insane value. This is one that I would actually recommend getting if you were to play this game. I know the one person that's going to watch the first 5 minutes of this video isn't going to play this game, but still. If somehow someone ends up seeing this. Yeah, so there are all these packs. I think that mostly covers everything. There's PvP. PvP right now is complete dog shit. It always has been, but now it's even worse. There used to be, when I first started playing, a dodge meta. You would use characters that have dodge links. I'm missing a link on this, but it doesn't even matter, to be honest, for this character. So if I go to red, I can sort by what type of links I want to see. Increase strong attack damage, all this stuff. So there used to be dodge. It's in here somewhere. Evasion. So dodge rate, right? Varigan was the character that did this. He was basically a PvP god when he came out, because he had weaken on his attacks, and he had dodge rate. That used to be the meta. You would just load up your character with dodge rate, so you would get 33% plus your 11%. And wow, you'd have 44% chance to dodge any hit. That's pretty strong. Nowadays, it's all about damage reduction. So, except for on this character, this character is just fucking stupid. I always, for some reason, seem to get lucky when it comes to PvP units. Kind of lame. I don't really enjoy it, but it is what it is. So as you can see, I just resurrected this Yuri, so she's not green, so she doesn't give the link slot bonus. But that doesn't matter. So yeah, like I said, nowadays the meta is damage reduction. Except for this character, which I'll show you why. But you want one character to boost, and then you want 2 characters on the side that are each also melee damage reduction. Well, it doesn't have to be melee, I guess. Just flurry, poise, damage reduction usually. You can get away with having other things if they're max transcended. So if I had a max transcended character that had this much spiritual pressure instead of attack, I could get away with using them if they have something like a start barrier, which is exactly what it sounds like. When you start, you get a barrier for 10 hits. I happen to have a pretty decent PvP team. He's interchangeable with Ichibe, which is the other character I was showing earlier, the man with the beard. This character is pretty staple for me, specifically because I don't have many boosters for PvP. I have Chad, but I don't want to run 2 blue characters. Actually, it probably wouldn't be bad nowadays, but with Jugram, Jugiram. You see this character has a boost and transformation. I have him set up with full damage reduction links, and then attack and stamina. So he's not really there to do damage, he's just there to boost my other characters. Now we'll show you what this looks like. I won't fight. I'll fight that man, I'll get my ass beat. So Jugram has this thing where he's immune to damage for the first 10 seconds of the battle. That's right, there's a character that's immune to damage. Wow, so cool, so nifty, what a great idea. Don't know what they were thinking. He also has a Pierce start barrier, or Pierce barrier, so I'm gonna lose this because my characters are just not the same level as this dude. Well, maybe I'll win with this. Yeah, that's his Shrift is balance, by the way. The character that broke the PvP balance. So yeah, because I got that, I ended up winning. So this character basically just won me the game because he was immune for the first 10 seconds, was able to kill almost 2 units in a 1v2. While my Yoriichi, because she's max transcended, was able to hold off their Yugrim by herself the whole time. So I should not normally be able to beat a person that has how much, like 700 more attack than me, but because I have this character, it's possible. The character is possible of soloing. Insane. Why would it's just PvP in this game. Well, PvP. You don't actually fight players. It's just puts your units against their units and you auto battle. Yeah, it's just not good. It never really has been, but it's worse than ever right now. But I always seem to somehow get the best PvP units. It is what it is. There are different ranks as you go up higher in ranks. People are stronger and stronger until you get to head captain, which is the very top. People where you find the whales, the people who spend upwards of like 5,000 orbs of banner, and each 250 orbs costs $40. I cannot really compete with that unless I do the same, and I am not going to do that for this game. Hate to say it, love to say it. Don't know what else to say there. I'm not going to spend that much money on this game. Ever. Well, not ever, but I would have to be rich to be willing to spend that much money on this game, basically. So whales always have an inherent advantage in games. It's extra that much more. It is that much more so in this game since they've introduced Transcendence. Now, this is a new unit, and I have her max Transcended. You can get lucky and get it, like I have. Well, not max Transcended. Max Transcended would be leveling up all this, so I could still get her with another bonus 1,000 attack, like 300 defense or whatever, 1,000 focus, and the spiritual pressures doesn't matter. So she's not completely as good as she can be. She can have almost double her health, almost double her defense, over double her focus, all that shit. She has way more room to grow. But every time I do that, it costs these Hogyokus. I used to have like 130. Leveling up character transcendence, I now have 5. Wow. You also need them to transcend characters from 5 to 6 star. Very cool. How do you get them? Well, you can get one every 5 or so runs, depending on what you're doing. If you do droplet zones, which droplets are the things that you need to bring your character from level 150 and break the level limit and go to 200. This game is grinding on top of grinding on top of grinding, which is why there's the auto function. I think that's pretty much it. So this is the Ichibei. This is the other PvP character, basically. I already had him 2 of 5. So 5 is the maximum. You can get him to 5 of 5, and then roll his bonus, and then you can't do anything else with him with the characters other than rolling the bonus. I don't really need him because I have Yoruichi and he's not a booster. He's weakened. He has Pierce Barrier and Start Barrier. Paralysis reduction. He's a damage reduction link with Flurry and Poise. He's a PvP character. He's a PvP killer of Espada. And there's just, you can use him in other things. Like I use my Red Kenpachi, which is a PvP unit, for my Inheritance Zone runs. Sorry, I had to take a second to burp. He's a PvP character, but because I have him as strong as he is, where he's max link slotted, like I just have garbage links on him even, and he's still just really strong. To where he can just solo the runs for me, just because of the way the character works. Now, there are units for each thing that I have that can solo. For this one, it's my Byakuya. But I have her up front, so, because it's my team 1, this is the unit that you have in your first position is the unit that people can use when you're on their friends list. I have Yoruichi on there because she's my technically strongest unit. Even though I'm pretty sure this dude is actually stronger. But she's capable of soloing stuff for people. So if there are people on my friends list that don't have good characters for blue, and they need help with like a boss or something, they could take me, and they would get my Yoruichi, and then they would be able to basically sit back and my Yoruichi would be able to kill the boss for them. Yeah, the reason that this character's good is, like I said, he has Sharpshooter, which is the same thing as Guard Break, except it also bypasses range resistance. Now, range resistance and melee resistance reduce your damage to 1 on units that have them. So, since he's a range character, a unit with range resistance, you would do 1 damage to. Sharpshooter lets him bypass that and deal full damage to them. This character's insane, also because he has the 2 best PvE killers in the game, Soul Reaper and Hollow. So, the fact that he has dual killers is already insane. The fact that he gets those 2 is just pretty much above and beyond what the character needed. So he's my strongest PvE unit right now, other than Tokinada. Actually, I feel like it's probably just like because of the way my accessories are, but my Byakuya is probably stronger than Tokinada. The reason he would be better is because with the way attributes work, blue is weak to green, but it's strong against red. However, with the way, like I said, attributes work, purple is strong against orange, and orange is strong against purple. These 2 are strong against each other, but not weak against each other. So he has no weaknesses. He always deals full damage to everyone, and more damage to orange units. However, the way that they stop you from using the one character everywhere you go is they restrict you. So when I go to do an Inheritance Zone, and I want to do a red one, I'm like, okay, I'll bring my Tokinada with me. You can only use power units. So you have to find someone that is strong in all of your teams. So as you see, conditions not met. I cannot bring these characters with me. I can only bring power characters. That's basically the way that they stop you from having one character that can do everything for you. Now, stuff like this, I can use whatever characters I want. So I can use the team that I have for the event, right? I can use this, bring them with me, and it'll be fine. and you can have 10 uh teams set up at a time. Here, I think that's most of it. Actually, I was gonna show you the old garbage character real quick. Bring our boy Edward with me. So, this is what old you can see. These are melee attacks because they're red. This is a ranged attack, which is fine because it's a ranged attack. However, it cannot break melee guard for her. So if she's stuck without these two attacks, which are, as you can see, terrible, slow to start, slow to activate, slow everything, they're just terrible attacks. This is what the old units used to be like. And we just didn't know any better because these were like the best characters there were. So now if that's all she had, she used that, and then she tries to melee, she still can't hit people with melee guard for her full damage. Now she has a heal special too. Ryu's did damage. You use hers. Does not do damage. That's the way the old characters used to be. Just power creep. Just the way it works. So this game's power creep is extremely bad. Or good, depending on how you look at it, because you see how bad that character was, and how good, like, this character is. This character is invincible. If he gets hit with a status ailment, he heals for like 800 because I have increased healing on him. This character is able to solo pretty much anything that's green, as long as every once in a while he gets hit with a status ailment. On auto, that is. If you play the characters, you can go through pretty much anything in the game. It'll take long. Unless you're timed, you can go through them, I should say. There are things in this game that do have timers that make it to where you can't do it if you're just starting. That includes Senkaimon, which is not really something for a new player anyway, because it locks characters, and you have to have certain characters for certain stages. You need a hollow killer to do maximum damage. Otherwise, you might not be able to beat the timer because you'll do so little. Right? So a new player would go in and they'd be like, okay, let's see here. Even me, actually. I didn't until like just recently get a hollow killer. I'd be like, okay, so I need a hollow killer that is a hollow. Let's see how many of these I have. Okay, I have 4. The new player isn't going to have these 4 units guaranteed, because they might not be in the fillers. They might not have gotten them randomly. Now, you could pick her, I'm pretty sure, you could pick Yori, I'm pretty sure, from the beginner ticket if you pay money, but not everyone has money to buy the beginner ticket, even though it's only $4. It's just not in everyone's like frame of reference, something they can really do. This is a character, like I said, I just got recently. So there are things like that that you just cannot do. Like there's, if you need specifically a hollow unit for a thing, and you don't have any hollow units, how are you supposed to do it? Well, you can't. And that's just something you have to live with the way the progression works on Senkaimon. Now it's not up right now, so all I can do is go to the shop, but that's basically what that's all about. I think that's everything. I don't believe I have any tickets to summon for characters. Yeah, premiums, but those are not even really worth using. So yeah, this is the game I play. It is... I know, as I said, a lot of bad about it, not that much great, but they've improved it a ton since I started playing. You still only have 5 soul tickets, so you can do 5 quests a day. Well, not a day, but it took like 15 minutes per thing to recharge. Now, with the subscription that I pay $5 a month for, I can do 60 a day. And they also introduced the option to do 5 at once, which is extremely helpful. Because if you don't have time to spend all your tickets, and you have to spend them one at a time, it's going to take you forever. However, if you do them 5 at a time, then you can just go through it, and then it'll be like, okay, let's see how long this takes. This is the one with Tokinata. I don't have a Zeta Ball, which lets him hit underground enemies, so it takes a bit longer. Probably should have just done the blue one. But let's just see. So as you can see, if you cannot auto these, it's not the end of the world. You'll get through it faster if you have to do it yourself, to be honest. Because sometimes the way the AI works is just not good for efficiency. I say sometimes, but your character, you can do this. You can dash in this game. That will never happen with the AI. The AI cannot dash. So you're just inherently going to be slower if you're autoing. Because you could one-tap all these enemies and then dash, right? You can dash, hit the next group of enemies already. So that's one thing about autoing that's not great. But there's also the freedom of mind that you get to just have this going in the background, right? Like this is on Steam now, so I can have this open in the background while I'm playing another game. I have it muted usually, so I can't hear it. But yeah. What else? Epic raids, for people who like them, are very cool. They're mechanics based. So if you can dodge all the mechanics, you'll usually just be able to kill it. Very cool. You do need a baseline of damage to be able to do it, but if you do the lower tiers, the easier versions, that damage requirement is lower. So if you can learn the mechanics and do them, that's good. Now, I haven't tried them with the controller. I would not recommend playing this game with keyboard and mouse. Controller is the only way I would play it if you're going to play it on PC. But yeah, I don't know how well that would work. But like I said, there are lag issues in multiplayer in this game. I don't remember experiencing it that much with epic raids as I did with co-op. But it's something to remember for sure. So you can see, autoing my character's attacking random things while the AI is a unit that I brought with me is melee, and he's attacking the boss. So let's see how long this took us. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So in 2 minutes and 10 seconds, I can dump 5 tickets, get 6 times the rewards because of the subscription I have, and the tickets recharge. I don't know if it's because of the subscription at a rate of 1 per 12 minutes. So that's another thing. See if I can see what it does. Yeah, reduce recharge time for soul tickets. There's also, so this is a $5 one that I have. This one is $25. Would not recommend this unless you're fine with spending $25 for duplicate characters, pretty much. So that's pretty much all that is. And there you can purchase slots and stuff for orbs. There's a bunch of stuff you could do. I think that's pretty much it. Show you what level any accessories like, I guess. So if we're at a level of 4-star, I don't think I have any books actually, because I just used them all. If I had one, it would be red, I believe. Oh, okay. Well, we can reroll something. We can reroll couples because these are garbage anyway. Hopefully they'll change them one day, but as of right now they're garbage. So you can recycle 4 stars and get another 4-star. Wow, we got a Yuki. So good. We changed one garbage thing for something else that's garbage. That'll happen. There are also things you can only get from the accessory dispenser or rolling thing. Like you can't recycle and get. Let's see if I have something. You can't recycle and get a 5-star. That's for sure. You can't recycle and get like a Masanga, which is something I had, and didn't realize Guild Quest had changed and got rid of. You can't reroll and get a Zeta bill. So there's stuff that you just can't get unless you like. You can't get a nerd headband except for through the vending machine. Yeah, that's accessories. You just level them up. At the beginning, you won't have very many accessory materials to level stuff up with. Like if I go to strengthen this, I have 7,000 hearts, 2,000 of the one below it, and it's 47, 1,000. It takes like, how many does it take? Math amount to level it up. Like 30 fucking 4. I don't know. And yeah, as you can see, not that bad. I have another 7,771 when I do this. When you start, you're not going to have near that, because the way you get this many is by doing Inheritance Zone, which you need characters that can do it. Like I said earlier, it will be easier if you do it yourself, but doing 60 tickets worth by yourself and not autoing it is going to get tedious. It's what I used to have to do, because there didn't used to be auto. It's what everyone used to have to do. And then once they did introduce auto, and they introduced the 5 ticket system, they didn't introduce the 5 ticket system on Inheritance Zones till later. So you can see it takes me 2 minutes to do a run. It used to take me like 3 back then. So like 3.5 minutes, I would do 3 and I'd have another ticket. So, or I'd do like 5 and I'd have another ticket. So you see how that would be a problem, and it would just take forever for me to drain all my tickets back then. Thankfully, they changed that. That's another good thing that they did. I don't really do these as often as I should. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. This is where you can get the raid characters that you need to send units that I was talking about earlier. Jewels and stuff are gonna be, jewels and crystals are gonna be a huge problem at the beginning. You're gonna get roadblocked by these more often than anything. But that's just gonna happen until you get playing the game for longer. Like, I don't have a crystal issue anymore, but I still have a jewel issue sometimes. We go character materials. You see I have thousands of each. I haven't had to get crystals in like 2 years. I've been playing the game for 3 years, so about a year in. If you actually play the game for a year, it'll probably be sooner than a year in. But yeah. The droplets are the new thing. This is basically what's blocking me now. These are droplets. And Hogyokus. But yeah. This is the game I play when I play mobile games. Familiar stuff is epic raids. I guess that'll be it. Not really much else to say, I don't think. My favorite characters in this game are, well, in the manga and anime, are Toshiro and Stark, probably. Maybe Orichi's up there. I don't know. I don't know if she's in my top 3. It's between her and Halibel. So, yeah. That's Bleach Brave Souls. The game is surprisingly good. The mechanics in most of these things are not bad, like their actual mechanics in a lot of these things. There's stuff that you have to dodge. Now, when power creep started happening, you stopped having to dodge stuff because people have paralysis resistance, freeze immunity. There's a character that has immunity to everything. It's Mayuri. And as stuff like that started coming out, you started needing to worry about the mechanics less and less. Also, the stronger the characters became, the higher the stats are. So 788 spiritual pressure on the character that came out around when I was playing last, compared to, let's see, this character. That's not a good character to judge by. Let's look at the Baragon because he was an actual SP character. This one has 610 SP. Like, the difference is insane. And they also give the new units frenzy. This guy doesn't even have frenzy. They used to give characters no frenzy, no flurry. Like, those were rare. But now they're common. That's just power creep. It made the game extremely easy. Well, not extremely easy. Significantly easier. This character made me reroll the Sajin. I made an account specifically for him, and then I ended up getting him on this account when I came back. There are a few characters that made me reroll. I believe the first one was actually the Stark. So this is around when I started playing. This is when this banner came out, because it was after 2nd anniversary, which is when this Ichigo came out. I remember this tag team banner I rerolled for. So like every month basically I was rerolling when I first started playing, because I was like, oh, I wanted Stark, I didn't get him. I ended up getting him on this account, so that's cool. I wanted Koga, I didn't get him. I only recently got him on this account. I wanted Sajin, I didn't get him. I got him. Don't want Byakuya, but I haven't got him yet. He's not like a great character, I just like him. Doesn't have frenzy. Caleb, what is wrong with you? Movie characters, yeah, these guys are unlucky. I really want this character still. She used to be meta. She was like, after this character basically, when the new PvP characters started coming out, is when I started getting lucky with PvP characters, but I never got her. She wasn't just a PvP character though, she could do everything. She was like, oh, you want an easy ticket? You bring this character. Especially if you have Heart Gold Chappie. What else? I remember rolling on this banner. Getting those two. I wanted a Halle Bell, I got her and Oriichi, so that was a good one. I wanted this Stark and did not get him. I think I got like 3 of this dude. Like, it's cool, Kisuke is cool, but I didn't want him as much as I wanted the Stark. I hope that they, during the next Valentine's Day thing, he's the purchasable character, because I'll buy him. Just because Stark is like one of my 2 favorite characters. Like I said, Toshiro and Stark. I really wanted this Rukia. I didn't get her. I ended up getting these 2 instead. I got 2 or 3 of him. This Ichigo. She's pretty cool though. I would still like her to this day. Like, there's some characters that I still roll on when I see them, even though they're not good anymore, technically. Well, they're still fine, but they're not meta anymore. Like, I would roll on her if I got the chance. I would roll on probably this Yamamoto. One-arm Yamamoto if I got the chance. This Unohana I would roll on again. Another movie set. These 3. In the Hellverse movies. And this one. But yeah. Movie characters aren't good. This was when I started getting lucky in this game, right? So you may say, how is that when you start getting lucky? Look at all these characters you get. I didn't get all these characters until later. Like, a lot of these were empty. Until recently. Well, not recently. Until I started getting lucky in this game. Like, it was empty like this. Like, wow, you got 2 characters out of like, or 3 characters out of like 20. It's cool. But that's what it all used to, oh god. What it all used to look like. But thankfully, that's changed. Specifically since this started. I got these characters after I got this character. Along with this one. This one. This one. Yeah, basically all these characters. So this guy came out, 3rd anniversary OPR. I got him on my first multi I did. Extremely cool. Really hype. Didn't summon on that banner anymore. This next banner came out with this Kisuke. rolled on it, got him. It's fine. It's Kisuke. He's pretty cool. I obviously really wanted this Ichigo because look at him. He's insane. And he doesn't have the mullet, which is nice. And he has a transformation that makes him look insane. And this, you walk. I only got Kisuke, so I took a break for a bit. I took a shorter break that time. I only took like a 1 or 2 month break because I believe this is when I started working at the same place as my dad, and I needed something to pass the time when I was waiting for him to get off when I was done with work. So I would play. I really wanted this Ginjo. I did not get him. Or this Tsukishima. I didn't get him either. I got like 3 Rukias in one roll or something. This banner, I for some reason really wanted Yukio. Not really sure why. He's not a good character. I didn't really like him that much in the manga or anime. I just wanted him. I just had the urge to get him, and I did. Same thing with this Ichigo, which I now have max transcended. Well, I have him 5 of 5. I gotta stop saying max transcended. And I also got Chad, and this is when the PvP characters started rolling in for me. So this character was Yawak was also rewatch was also really good for PvP, but I didn't get him. But this is when the PvP luck started happening for me. So I got Chad, and then I got Halibel. Like I said, my third favorite character is either Halibel or Yoruichi, so I was happy. She's a damage reduction character. She was my other PvP character for a while. Keep playing, don't get much. Really wanted this Sajin and this Jushiro. We ended up getting Sajin and can't think of his name right now. Kensei. This Aizen banner came out. I rolled on it for this band because he would help me in Kaimon. Didn't get him. Didn't get anyone in that banner actually. This is back before they had guarantees. Christmas banner came out. I got 2 Nemus and 2 Yoruichis. And then actually just like a week ago I got this lady. This Retsu. The anniversary came out. This is 4th anniversary. This I played for almost a solid year at this point. I took like a 2-month break there and then started working and started playing again. So this guy comes out. Very cool. Get him. Get 2 or 3 of him. Didn't get anything from the New Year's banner, which is fine. I didn't really want anything. Wanted this, I really wanted this. I can't think of anyone's name right now. My brain is kind of fried. Tesla, that's right. Really wanted this Tesla. I got him. Next up was Cacao Society, the Valentine's event. Wanted the Momo, wanted the Ruruka. Didn't get either of them. Didn't get anything from this banner, which is fine. That's when I got some of the older Valentine's characters. Was during this banner. After that, this is a Brave Metal character. I don't have him still. This Cayenne, I was in filler forever. I really wanted this Renji out of this, so I went pretty deep into this banner. I did not get Renji. Another busted PvP character comes out. Get him, like 2 of him, I believe, when he comes out. I was like, oh, that's cool. I guess I have an even better PvP team now. This Toshiro was pretty viable in PvP. I got him. This Ikaku is what I wanted out of the banner, though. Even though I like Toshiro more than him, I wanted the Ikaku. Just because I thought he looked cool. Ikaku was probably the first person I liked when I started watching the anime when I was a kid. So that might be why I wanted him. I wanted this Gin. Did not get him. I got 2 of this White Ichigo. Which is actually fine. He's okay. But for Mind, Around Killer is pretty flooded. This banner came out. I got the Jushiro and the Yoruichi. Can't Fear Your Own World started, which is the light novel takes place after Thousand Year Blood War, which is the technical end of Bleach. I believe that Can't Fear Your Own World is canon now though, so I don't know. So I didn't get anything from this banner. I recently got Hakone. Well, not recently, like a couple months ago. Didn't get anything from that. This banner comes around. I got 2 Suns and Aizen. Fine. One in Halibel. Still don't have her. Whatever. This banner comes out. Want Kisuke. Didn't get him. Whatever. So this banner comes out. Another busted PvP unit. So now, past 3 busted PvP units that have come out, I managed to get all 3 of them. Now my PvP team is insane. Like, I could just pretty much beat anyone in any league that I'm in because I don't play PvP consistently. I stay in like seat 7 to 10. I think I went up to 5 once and just pretty much never lost because you get to pick who you fight. I got him and this Amari, which is like, he's a no affiliation killer. So it's not great, but he's a pretty memey character for obvious reasons. I mean, look at him. He's got 18,000 eyeballs. And look at his face when he casts. Yeah. The boy's a meme. After that, this banner came out with these 3. I wanted Tensa, didn't get him. I only got Ishin out of this banner, actually. And I got this guy later. Summer banner comes out. I don't roll on this one. I got this Orihime a week ago. Another anniversary. This is 4th anniversary. That was 3rd anniversary Ichigo. And 3rd anniversary Ulquiorra that was down here. Actually, not 4th anniversary Ichigo. That's 2nd anniversary, and then a year passes until we get Ulquiorra, and then that's another year. And then this, maybe it was 4th anniversary Quincy Ichigo. I don't remember. No, because 5th anniversary just happened. And this, see, they have anniversaries and they have other stuff too, like New Year's things. So I think that maybe that Ichigo is a New Year's thing. I don't remember. But either way, these characters come out. I get both of them. Cool. This comes out. I wanted Yama. I didn't get him. I got 2 Aizens and 3 Soifons. Hollow banner comes out. I wanted Yuri. I got her. This Ronkart banner comes out. Another Can't Fear Your Own World banner. I get Stark, which is the one I wanted. I also wanted Siloporo, but I didn't get him. But it's fine. The next banner comes out. I got Koga, which is what I wanted. This banner comes out. I don't get anyone. I take a break again. So from here until this Ichibei comes out, I took another break, which is like a 4-month break. Before the 6-month break, I don't know. So all of this, I don't. Actually, this I came back for. I started taking a break after I got this. No, this Koga wasn't out when I started taking a break. I started taking a break after I got this Stark. So I got this Koga later. So all of this up to here, I skipped to Christmas, so that was about 5-6 months that I skipped. I stopped playing. Come back. Get Ichibei. I wanted Oetsu. Got 3 Ichibei now and 3 Orihimes at this point. Since yesterday. Still no Oetsu. Whatever. This banner comes around. I roll on it. Don't get anything. About a week after it comes out, I roll Brave Soul tickets. Get both of these guys in the same multi. Actually nutty. Machine Society comes out. I didn't realize how good Veruca's passive was going to be with the link slot bonus. So I wanted this girl, Lolly, but I didn't get her. She shoots a fucking cannon. But yeah, I didn't get her. Whatever. Can't Fear Your Own World comes out again. This time it's Kisuke, Neliel, and Halibel. I go for Halibel, get Kisuke. Whatever. He's not bad, but he's no affiliation killer. I wanted Halibel and Nell, but I didn't get either of them. This banner comes out. I wanted this lady. Just because she looked cool. She's a PvP, or PvE, ranged attack flurry character with boys. With a boost and a heal. I was like, I want this character for PvE, because I didn't have Tokinata then, which was the one that I said was broken. Until later. Machine Society comes out. I don't roll anything. I went all in. Didn't get a single thing. I wanted this Toshiro. Can get him. Whatever. A little bit salty about that one, honestly. Also wanted the Caesar. He was pretty cool. But it's like this one is like a Machine Society is a steampunk style thing. This Ulquiorra is actually pretty cool too. Didn't get any of them. I wanted all of them or any of them. Still don't have them. Took a break. Desert Society came out. This is when I missed the Link slot character, which is this Rukia. Kind of sucks. I don't know when they're coming back. It was a seasonal event, but they started adding seasonals into the fillers, so hopefully soon. Another Camp Fear Your Own World, or 1,000 Year Blood War came out here. With Ashkin, Bambietta, and Candice. All very good units. I wasn't playing at this point, so I didn't get any of them. If I had to guess, I probably would have gotten Ashkin, since he's a PvP character. The 1,000 Year Blood War character I like, it hasn't even come out yet, actually. My favorite from 1,000 Year Blood War was Lilynette. So this Kenpachi is the green version of the Link slot potion. Didn't get him because I wasn't playing then. So I missed 2 Link slot characters in the time I took a break most recently. This was like a year-long break though. This one was like, I think it was actually 280 days. Came back for this anniversary, and I pretty much swept every banner since. The only thing I've missed is this Ichigo and this Ulquiorra. I can still technically get this Ulquiorra, I believe, but I won't go for him. I managed to get this Halibel too when I got back, which I was pretty happy about. The artwork in this game is a bit fan servicey sometimes. I mean, the characters are themselves too, but it is what it is. I'm not much of a fan service guy, except for stuff that just looks cool. Like if we look at this, Uryu's doesn't really look that cool, so I guess that's a bad example. We can actually look at that Sajin's. His looked really cool. Which is the reason I wanted to roll for him so bad. So this is the kind of stuff I like. So yeah, that's Bleach, Brave Souls. Yeah, pretty much my entire history of it, I guess. Sometimes I take breaks from mobile games and I'll go try other ones. Like I used to play Fate Grand Order. That I just got bored of eventually. I went super hard into it. I spent a decent amount of money on it, probably like $300 or $400. My account is still good to this day. I don't have a lot of the newer servers, but it's still good. I tried AFK Arena. It was pretty good. Probably spent $80 in that game. In Bleach, I probably spent less than $150. It's pretty crazy because it's the one I played the most. So it's like free to play friendly, free to play friendly, and it's also not at the same time. Yeah, they made it way more so nowadays that there's guarantees on certain steps of banners now. It used to be 0 guarantees ever, and you could spend. I've had times where I spent like 3,000 orbs and didn't get anything. It's extremely rare, but it happens. But now you're guaranteed at least a 5-star every few steps, even if it's not a good one or one that you want. Um, I tried the Dragon Ball games like Dokkan. I don't know. It's fine. It's just like I would play it more if it was more like just click and then fight instead of like click, go through the map and fight. Um, Dragon Ball Legends I tried. I didn't really dig that one. I tried Dragalia Lost. That was fine. It's a game I could probably have actually gotten into if I wasn't playing Bleach at the time. Played Alchemist Code. That game is a fucking greed fest if I've ever seen one. Like mobile games are scummy, scummy as fuck when it comes to the monetization and the way they do things. Uh, as evidenced by the fact that one 10 pull in this game is $40, right? Like that's just lame. But yeah, the way monetization works for mobile games is just fucking it's extremely predatory. They'll do shit that's just like on the cusp of fucking lame. Like if we go to the shop here, packs. I don't know. They used to be under shop. Now it's under packs. They're like, okay, ticket details, golden, right? Golden accessories are a thing in this game. So you're like, oh wow, I can get golden accessories if I buy this ticket. Well, no. Yes and no. You have a 20% chance of getting a golden or equivalent, which are these things I was telling you earlier, which are character and color specific. You have a chance, a 20% chance to get one of these, which are like not all these are good. Like this is a 4-star that you can get. This one's a 4-star you can get. This one's a 4-star. 4-star. All these are 4-stars. Like everything from here and up are actually decent. Except for these. These are also like 4-stars that you can get. Only golden accessories. Like they call it a golden pack, but you're not guaranteed a golden accessory. You have a 20% chance to get one of these that are on this list. Half of these are dog shit and useless. The other half are decent at best, if not dog shit and useless as well. Cause like these Yukis, these are garbage. But they call it a golden pack so that you go in expecting to get a golden accessory out of it. It's fucked up because there's a 80% chance that you don't even get any of these and you just get a random garbage 4-star anyway. And half of these are 4-stars. There's a 20%, 10% chance. It's just fucking stupid. And it's like, oh, but there's the summon ticket. Yeah, there's the summon ticket. These characters are old, bro. Like, if I have all these characters are old. I actually don't have these two. But you get the point. Like, they're good characters, don't get me wrong. But you can get all of these. These are the ones that they list. You don't even have... You only have a 40% chance of getting one of these characters. So if you buy it hoping for one of these, you're likely to get fucking shafted anyway. And you'll get some garbage like... Just lost Agent Pyaku, who they just redid and is shit unless you have him fully transcended. Like... They're just... I can go on and on about that, but then they do shit like this that's just like... How can I not buy that? And I think that's part of the shit that they do, because they make these other things so expensive, and then they release this one that's $4, and you get to choose a character that you get that's maxed out at the beginning. This is just an insane value. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this one. Started getting on the rant there. That'll be it, Summoners. Sorry about that one. It was a long video. A lot to show. Yeah, thanks for watching.